Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Indie Zone podcast. My name is Kathy. In a recently released document dated March 24th, 2025, the public is continuing to receive confirming details regarding the matter styled as Idaho versus Koberger, not before released. Certain confirmations are made in state's reply to defendant's objection to state's motion in limine regarding the 911 call that we now know was placed within the 1122 King Road residence. In this document, where the state is making a last pitch, that's what a reply is, in responding to the defense's opposition response, trying to, for the final time in the briefings, persuade Judge Hippler that the 911 call should be admitted into evidence, why it's not hearsay, which would keep it out of the case. Page 1, the state indicates that the excitement leading up to and during the 911 call was not caused solely from seeing a male in the home the night before, hours before, which is what the defense is arguing. This is not something that is happening in real time. The intruder, per DM, was in the house many hours before, so the state is responding to that part of the objection here. Again, the excitement leading up to and during the 911 call was not caused solely from seeing a male in the home the night before, while that was assuredly a startling event per the state, but from discovering moments earlier that their roommate and or friend was not waking up. And the state confirms here that this was the purpose for the call. It was exclusively and only because their roommate, and this was Xana, was not waking up. In addition, per the state, this is also realizing that none of the other victims in the house were responding. So that is now a startling realization that, according to the state, takes this call out of hearsay and should allow the jury to understand and to be made aware of this 911 call and the statements that were made therein. The state then says the entire call should be admitted through the excited utterance exception to the rule against hearsay. However, the state says if the court breaks down each statement made on the call, the entire call should be admitted, as each statement is either an excited utterance or present sense impression or is non-hearsay. And then what the state does here, in my opinion, is very helpfully breaks down each statement in a grid of what was said during the call by everyone involved, including the 911 operator. And then there is a reason, the authority for the admission, for example, citing to page 3, lines 4 and 5 of the transcript, where the 911 operator says 911 location of your emergency. And according to the state, this is non-hearsay, not for the truth of the matter asserted. And then the next line with BF, hi, something is happening, something's happened in our house and we don't know what. According to the state, this is present sense impression. This statement was made minutes after HJ has responded to the scene and instructed residents to call 911. So there we have the confirming information that HJ told the roommates to call 911. And it goes through each line of the entire call. And it concludes by saying that based on the above, the state motions the court to admit the recordings and transcripts of the 911 call to Whitcomb on November 13th, 2022, immediately following the discovery of Xana Kernodle unresponsive at 1122 King Road. This is signed by Ashley Jennings. You can read this document in its entirety by plugging into any search engine Idaho cases of interest and go to the state of Idaho's Supreme Court's website. Go down to where you see State of Idaho versus Brian C. Koberger, and you can pull up this document. Now we await a ruling on this matter after the hearing on the 9th and 10th of April relative to all of the motions in limine. This is Kathy. Thank you for joining us here today.